Welcome to Take 5, produced by An Empowered Woman. My name is Desiree Dubois, founder of An Empowered Woman. And today I'm with Lorraine Conaway, co-founder of Conaway & Conaway. Good morning, Lorraine. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Do you feel empowered?
Of course I feel empowered.
You're great. You're great. Well, tell us a little bit about Conaway & Conaway.
Okay. My partner is my spouse and friend, James Conaway, and we've been financial strategists for about 24 years now.
Wow.
And we really do focus on strategy, recognizing where people are, reorganizing, and so that they can rebuild, because in today's economy, that is very important.
Extremely important. Well,
Yes.
one of the things we were in conversation with last week was about different ways of being able, your biggest cash win or something that you created a lot of cash for your business. And you were talking about joint venturing. Now, many of us know about joint venturing, but you did something specific that created a great win for you. Tell us about that and how that worked out.
Oh, okay, I would love to, because I think it's very important for business owners, wherever you are in your business. In today's environment, in today's economy, people have cut down on their expenses. And by joint venturing, it is a way to supercharge what you're doing. And let me just elaborate about that a little bit more. For example, first, we're at Empowered Women.
Yes.
You meet someone,
Yes.
and you go, wow, I really am connecting with that person. And you're saying, wow, we have very similar businesses and we can offer a lot to the consumer. So then you and I go and we have a cup of coffee and we chat and we find out, what is your values? Who is your client profile? Does it make sense and is it a good fit for us to joint venture?
Okay.
So first establishing, is it a good mix? Then the next step is, maybe we put a joint venture agreement or a memorandum of understanding, and we put something in writing and say, okay, we're going to promote each other's business. And then we take it to the next level. So then we look at the calendar and we say, okay, let's schedule these events, and we're going to be very strategic in what we're doing, because we always want to track our ROI, return on investment. Very critical, very important. And so I'll give you an example. I have a joint venture with an estate planning attorney, and every quarter he brings 40 of his best clients to an event. We speak, and we do the same for him. It has been extremely successful.
Wow.
And we have joint venture with mortgage people, real estate, CPAs, enrolled agents, estate planning attorneys, and the list goes on and on. And in fact, somebody asked me a question. What if they don't have the database? Well, maybe they're using your centers of influence. For example, I have somebody who doesn't have a big database, but she said, I have relationships with magazines, ways to promote articles. Some other women you've interviewed on this very show would be great joint venture relationships.
Exactly. So when you say you put the scheduled events, so you decide, okay, this day I'm going to come to your place, or you're going to speak at my event, and the next place, and you plan that 6 months, month, 4 months. Does it matter how long in advance you do that?
We usually do a year calendar.
Okay.
But we test it out. First, we do a pilot.
Okay.
Let's do one event. Let's see how it works. And then let's go from there. Because again, remember I said we're tracking the ROI, return on investment.
Exactly.
So here is, I had done a first joint venture with somebody, and it was so successful. I said, how can we duplicate that? So then we have been duplicating with several different people. So we've gone from a 6-figure revenue to a 7-figure revenue.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
really
huge.
transformed.
That makes a difference.
Yes.
So you combine databases? Do they send out and you send out, combining databases?
We never give each other our database, ever, ever, ever.
Okay,
What happens? Go ahead.
Go on, but you send out the information to your different databases?
Yes.
For them to invite?
Yes, so for example, Empowered Women has an event.
Yes.
And so I want to bring 30 people to introduce to you. And so I'm going to mail to my database, I'm going to call them, and I'm going to make sure I get 30 people to Empowered Women to support you.
Great, great. Well, see, it's perfect for someone,
Yes.
one who's just starting out for one thing, and for someone who
Yes.
wants to grow their viewership, their
Right.
membership base, their income for sure. And
Yes.
it's just a very easy, and it's also fun. It makes it much more fun to work together. Well, thank you so
Yes.
much for that. I mean, that's awesome. That's huge. And a lot of
Yes.
ladies are just wondering how they're going to do it. So this is a good idea. This has been Take 5. Thank you for listening. But this has been Take 5, produced by an empowered woman. And until we meet again, stay empowered.